Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Ella Dishes It Out. Today I'm going to be making a Philly cheesesteak melt. So you get you a pack of pork shoulder and you're going to dice it into small pieces. You're going to dice it against the grain. And then this is what you're going to end up with. I'm going to get some Texas toast, some cheese, and we're going to make some Texas toast Philly cheesesteak sandwiches. Yum, yum. Okay, these are the vegetables you're gonna need for your Philly cheesesteak sandwich. You got chopped mushrooms, chopped sliced green peppers, and chopped onions. Okay, we're getting ready to saute our vegetables for our Philly cheesesteak sandwich. So we're gonna put in our mushrooms, bell peppers, and onions to the skillet. And some olive oil, we're frying it, sauteing it in olive oil. Okay, put this to the side. Okay, I'm gonna grab something to stir up my vegetables. And you're just gonna cook these vegetables until they're soft. Then we're gonna cook our meat next. I have some cornbread here already cooked, and I've got some beans, some field peas in the back that I'm cooking later on for dinner. But right now, we're getting ready to do our Philly cheesesteak sandwiches. So next thing I'll cook will be the meat. I'm gonna cook it in a separate skillet. So we'll come back when the vegetables are done. Okay. The peppers and onions and mushrooms are ready. So we're gonna put these to the side. I'll put them in this bowl. Next, we're gonna do the meat. We're gonna do it in a separate skillet. Okay, I've got my other skillet here. Ready to cook my meat up. Okay, the way I'm going to cook the meat is I'm going to put it in the skillet once the skillet gets hot, and I'm going to cook it a little bit at a time. I'm going to add a little pepper and a little salt to the meat, and a little Worcestershire sauce. Get my salt. Okay, I took the meat and I sliced it into tiny pieces. As you can see, they were bigger pieces, but I made them smaller. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add them slowly to the skillet. Let me put some salt and pepper on my meat. That around a little bit. And like I said, you cut it against the grain. That way when you chew it, it won't be so rough. It'll be just tender and nice. Put a little salt. If this is coming out, yes, coming out. Okay. So we're going to add this to the skillet. And once it's done, we're going to put it in the same pan with the onions and the bell peppers and the mushrooms. You don't want to overcrowd your skillet because you want them to cook on all sides. You want the meat to cook on all sides. So we're not going to overcrowd the skillet. Okay, I'm going to get my spatula. And it doesn't take long for beef to cook. Once it turns brown, you pretty much know it's done. I'm just going to stir this up. Get it on both sides brown. Flip it over. you do want to make sure that your meat is done. Flipping it over. Flip it over. You can use a fork to flip it over, but I'm using this spatula. All the pieces that are not done, you can flip them over. Okay, we're getting ready to build our sandwich now. We've got our butter in our pan. We're going to put our bread down and toast it. We're going to toast it on both sides so it won't be soggy. And we're going to build our sandwich from here. Let me get a plate. So we're going to need a plate to put the sandwiches on. Once they're done. Just going to let this toast on one side. Okay, then flip it over. Let it toast on the other side, making sure to get some butter under it. Toast it on the other side. Okay, now we're going to start building our sandwich. We're going to start out with the veggies. Then we're going to put the cheese on next. I mean the meat on next and then the cheese. Cheese is going to go on top. We're going to use mozzarella and we're going to use provolone cheese. So we're going to do the meat, then the cheese. Okay, let's go with the meat. Put a healthy. I'm going to turn my stove off because I don't want my bread to burn on that side. Okay. Next, we're going to add the cheese. I'm going to take these two out because these are two separate sandwiches. That's two separate sandwiches, right? Okay, now I'm going to toast the other side of the sandwich. I need some butter in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the spray butter. Toast the other side of the bread. Okay, so now we're going to build it. We're going to put some cheese on the sandwich. This is mozzarella cheese. Just press it down. Then we're going to use a slice of provolone cheese. Provolone. Put a slice of provolone on there. I think that was 2 slices. No, that's just 1 thick slice. Okay. Now, take this toast over here. I got to turn my stove back on. Put it on low. And we're going to take this bread and put it on top of this sandwich. You can actually flip it over like so. Let me show you what we're going to do. So this side of the bread won't burn. Flip it over like that. And there you have your sandwich. Put the meat back in there. Now we're going to press it down. Press it. Get all that ooey gooey goodness in there. Okay. We get 2 more pieces of bread. Build our other sandwich. Spray it face down. Spray the other side. Spray it face down. Spray the other side because we're going to flip it. Okay. So these are ready. I'm going to take them out. You can see the cheese, some of the stuffing is coming out of the sandwich. The meat and all of that goodness is going to go right back on the sandwich. I'll flip this bread over. Oops. Let that side get brown. Take this extra stuff on the side so it won't burn my pan. Put it on my sandwich. So we can use some more meat on this sandwich. Okay, we're going to put our cheese on this sandwich. We're going to put it back in the stove, back in the pan so that it can get hot and melt the cheese. Slice of provolone. Okay, this is ready. Like I said, we're going to put it back on the stove. Grab this and just put it back in the sandwich. Whatever slides out, just put it back. Okay, put that bread over. Put this back in there, just like so. Press it down. Put that on there. Just a piece of onion that's cooked. Okay, I'm gonna put this cheese back in the sandwich. It's falling out. Press it down. Definitely want to press it down. gonna flip it over. Oh, that looks so good. So delicious. Right in my finger. Now you can put as much cheese as you want on your sandwich. It's up to you. Flip this one. One more time. Oh, that looks so good. Put that back in there. And we're gonna make probably 2 more sandwiches. We'll be done. This cheese. And the sandwich. Okay, this one's done. Get my flat spatula. You want to make sure you press it so all that ooey goodness goes inside the sandwich. Okay, there's another one. And here's the third one. Now we're going to spray our bread. We don't want this to get too hot. Okay, so I'm just going to flip that out of there. All right, let's spray our bread. Here's my sprayer. Enough butter on there. Make it do what it do. It's better if you spray it holding it up versus laying it down. Spray both sides. Yeah. It's easier when you spray it holding it up. Okay. I'm gonna let that cook, and we're gonna make 4 more sandwiches. Well, we're gonna make 2 more sandwiches because I'm running out of bread. Okay, so what we're gonna do next is we're gonna put our onions on there. Actually, we gotta get that toasted on one side. All right. You don't want your bread to be soggy. Make sure you toast them on both sides. Now we can put the onions on the sandwich. A little bit too many on that one. Okay. Onions, bell peppers, and mushrooms. They make the best sandwiches. Philly cheesesteak sandwiches. Some more onions on there. All these onions, because the onions is what makes it flavorful. That's what adds the flavor, baby. Okay, next we're gonna add our meat. Gotta move fast because we don't want that bread to burn on that side. Actually, gonna turn it off. Put lots of meat in there, as much as you, Lord, would allow. Okay. You have every corner covered. Okay, I gotta toast another slice of bread. So I'm gonna take these out. Let's see, where am I gonna put them? I'm just gonna put them right on top of the sandwiches over here. Because I gotta toast 4 more pieces of bread. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, I got to toast some more bread, guys. I got 4 pieces of bread left. So I use this whole loaf. Even the corner, I'm gonna have to use the corner. Spray your bread. You're gonna in there. the end piece. So it's just gonna have to go like that, I guess. All right, so I use that whole loaf of Texas toast bread. Use the whole loaf except for one end. All right, so we're just gonna toast this. We're gonna put cheese on there. So I can start putting cheese on there now. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and then we're gonna put the mozzarella cheese on 2 as well. Now I could have put the mozzarella first. It doesn't really matter as long as it's on there. That's all that matters, that it's on there. I'm dropping so much cheese. Okay, mozzarella's there. All right, let's see. Gotta turn my stove back on because I turned it off. Get this brown. Yep, gotta get that brown. So I still have some meat left over. I'll probably just make some nachos with that, or some fajitas. Letting the bread toast. Not quite ready yet. Yep, not quite. Well, this one may be ready to flip over. Let that one cook a little longer. That one cook a little longer. Okay. Flip it, because it's going to stay on that side for a minute. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do this. Put the sandwich back in the grease. That meat fell off. Okay. Ah, that's hot. That bread is hot. Whew. Put that back in there. See, a little bit of the meat fell out of that sandwich, so I'm just gonna put it right back in there. Cheese. Back in there. Got some ooey gooey goodness going on in here. Okay. Put that on top of that sandwich. Put the whole thing back in there. Now I'm going to press it down. Press, 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 press. Cheese in there. See this cheese that's on top of here? I'm going to put it back in the sandwich. And then I'm going to press. Now you can make you some au juice gravy, and you can dip these bad boys in some au juice gravy. And it will be so, so, so delicious. Look at that cheese coming out of there. That's some ooey gooey goodness. I'm gonna turn my stove off again. I'll take these sandwiches out. Okay, I'm about to heat up this bad boy right here. I'm gonna slice it up and we're gonna look at it and we're gonna taste it. We're gonna get to it. You grab a plate. Look at that sandwich, guys. Doesn't that look good? Ooh-wee. Probably tastes just as good as it looks too. I'm gonna slice it up for you. Okay, come over here and slice it. I need a knife to slice it perfectly. I'm using a spatula. Look at this sandwich, won't you? That is just perfection. Perfection. Now, time to taste. That is so good. Don't be afraid to try things in the kitchen. You never know what you come up with. That bread with the butter on it, the cheese, the bell pepper combination. It's so good. I want to thank you guys for tuning to my channel. Ella Dishes It Out. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. Please. Bon appetit.